Richmond Borough Council is trying to prevent empty shops in the area from being converted to residential, but its efforts could be blocked by the government. Councillor Martin Elengorn explains the situation.
The government has been addressing the present situation by deregulation, and our fear is that will lead to an erosion of our shopping streets if too much of the opportunities presented by deregulation apply, and particularly if shops get converted to housing. Well, clearly it might have a visual harm, and it also may lead to a loss of integrity of a shopping street if every few shops are suddenly becoming residential, and the whole vitality of the place and the amount of foot traffic and so on might diminish.
The closure of the House of Fraser department store in the heart of Richmond was a major blow. The council is using a little-known planning rule to try and block shops being converted into homes.
Well, there's something called Article 4 direction, which the planning regulations allow, where a local authority can make a direction returning to planning control certain things which otherwise would be committed development. But we are subject to the government being able to annul any such direction if they think it's reversing the trend and the policy that they have in mind. So we're working, we have to be very careful about this. The advice we've received on previous Article 4 directions is that it's much less likely to be nullified by the government if we have a slightly slower approach and gather evidence during the year in that question, including the pressure to make changes. We stand less chance of the thing being nullified. We have to notify them of any such direction, and they just have to write a letter saying, no, sorry, we don't have permission for that.
It's as easy as that.
If they don't write back, it takes effect, but if they can write back saying, no, sorry, no, you can't do that. Now, we don't own shops, they're all in private ownerships in some different sorts of areas. Of course, the local authority actually owns shops and can make directions, and of course we're not building many shops. So we are working on this, but it may be a lot is to do with making things look attractive. We are the highways authority. We can spend money on town centres and so on. We're thinking about that also. That fits in also with greening our town centres. Some like this, it's quite difficult to see where to fit trees in, but other high streets, we've done that already, and we can see if we can do more.
Great. It remains to be seen whether the council's efforts to retain town centres for shops are successful or will end up being overturned by the government.